Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out True Off My Chest. Story 1. I, 31M, just want to know what it's like to feel wanted. I'll probably delete this later, but today is just one of those days where I need to vent and put my thoughts into writing. But anyways, I'll be turning 32 in September and have never had a girlfriend before, not even close. I'm lucky if I can land a date from a dating app, but once every 6 months, if that. My whole entire life I've been alone. Was constantly bullied and made fun of as a kid growing up and never really felt a part of anything. Now as an adult it's still the same. No one wants to get to know me and no one wants to be my friend. Otherwise I'm a normal fun-loving guy. Lots of hobbies, work out at the gym, love to cook, hike, rock climb, I'm in therapy, good job at for whatever reason or another I just can't catch a break. I'm tired of being lonely, and spending 4th of July alone again made me realize just how lonely I really am. Everyone posting their families and significant others on social media kissing, holding hands, it just hurts so much to know I've never gotten to experience what it's like to feel desired and loved. I've tried dating apps, putting myself out there, salsa dancing and joining groups, etc. I can't find anyone mutually interested in me. I feel like I have a lot to offer a potential partner, but alas I have 100% rejection rate. I just wish I could cuddle with someone, laugh and go on fun dates. I can't believe it's been this hard for me. All I can say is cherish your loved ones, folks. Loneliness is the most unimaginable pain I've ever felt and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. This statement coming from someone who literally broke his back a few years ago. Story 2. My coworker asked me if I was on drugs. Today at work was pretty rough. There was a lot of things going on at once. First, what happened, I was constipated and I kept having to use the bathroom 5 times and would be in there for 20 minutes. I also didn't get any sleep last night, so I was functioning at 100%. There was a lot of work to do and my coworkers were starting to feel I was hiding in the bathroom because I didn't want to work. I didn't want to tell them the real reason, I just said I kept needing to use the bathroom. Story 3. My birthday. I haven't really had the best experiences with birthdays. One time my mother forgot it, ever since then nobody has really cared. I get a random text from family if they remember or care. Until this weekend. My birthday was yesterday. My girlfriend traveled 6 hours, bought dinner and presents. She knew I love Italian food, she got it for me. She knew I love white chocolate, she got it for me. She knew I miss my father who passed away when I was 11, she paid someone to do a charcoal picture of him that looks hyper real. I sat at the end of her motel bed with tears streaming down my face when I opened that. She kissed, hugged, and comforted me when she saw I was teary-eyed from the present. I'll never forget this birthday, it was the best one I've ever had. So if you ever see this, my love, you broke this hardened heart and showed what real love is like. I love you, baby. Story 4. I'm really tired. I've been battling an autoimmune disease for the past 5 years. I'm only 24 and it started when I was 19. I had no symptoms, then in a matter of 3 weeks I was on the operating table for emergency surgery. 4 days later another emergency surgery. I've since then had 7 surgeries total and am getting to my last resort on meds and options to fix my disability. I'm honestly just tired of life. I can't work or go to school anymore because I can't seem to handle stress like everyone else. My DRS told me if I keep stressing I'll worsen the disease and shorten my lifespan. The past 5 now going on 6 years has made me a pessimist. DRS have lied to my face, friends and family never fully understand no matter how much I try to show or tell them. Therapy hasn't helped and I've tried 4 therapists, and tried each for multiple months being sure to give it a fair chance. All I've discovered is that I hate talking about my issues with friends or family cause they don't understand, they argue, look down on me, think I'm as fragile as glass, and I've never had a positive outcome from telling people my feeling or struggles. I always try to be positive to my friends and family and lift them up and listen to things they are interested in. But when I try to talk about things that I'm interested in, people will either change the subject or start a side conversation. I realize a lot of things I'm interested in other people may not like, but even when I try to find a common ground I get the same results. My friends really enjoy golf and hockey, so I try to learn about things going on in those sports and about players, but I still get the same results. A lot of times in my friend group I feel like the intellectually disabled little brother that mom forced you to bring. I'm so sick and tired of hating my body. I'm tired of having no control and being at the mercy of an immune system that is actively trying to kill me. I'm tired of being seemingly the only person on the planet with a disease this complicated. I've tried a support group that was specifically made for people with my illness and issues, but no one had it anywhere near as bad as I did and no one shared similar issues or hardships. I'm tired of looking at myself in the mirror and seeing how my own body destroyed itself. I'm losing my hair and my skin is now terrible and I can't find a lotion or remedy for it. I want life to improve for me and everyone. I'm tired of being a leech to my family due to my issues. I'm tired of people saying things like this too shall pass or well someone else has it worse. I'm just sick of everything. Does everyone get to the end of life and think it was worth it? If I suffer for 50 years but only get 2 good years, is that worth it? How long can I suffer from this lifelong illness before it's just not worth trying anymore? Will I ever even find remission to try and get my life back? I'm so tired I just want to sleep forever and stop hurting myself and others. Be the first to comment. Nobody's responded to this post yet. Add your thoughts and get the conversation going. Story 5. Life of dating someone with BPD. Me and my current girlfriend have been together for around 6 months, but we've known each other for years. I knew she had depression from her trauma and I knew I was one of the main things that helped her get through her depression. I love her very much, but it's so tiring. The first 2 months were easy sailing until I found out that she had a depressive episode and cheated because in her previous relationship with her toxic ex, she used sex to cope, which I forgave her for, and after it was smooth again until she started having them more and more until she couldn't go a single day without having one. The last month I have been so exhausted physically and mentally because I know that any moment she could just flip and take her own life, and even though I don't plan on leaving her, I know if I did she'd take her life because of that. On top of that, she's very sensitive and insecure about herself. I can't even joke how we used to without her getting upset and crying or completely shutting down without telling me why. I love her, but she's so high maintenance that I can't even have a single minute where I'm not worried about her. I'm so tired from trying to keep her from okay, and there's nothing I can do without it being a bash to her mental health. Story 6. I just wasted my week off and I want to cry. I've been looking forward to this for months. My parents have a big acreage out in the country and they were going away for a week. I had planned to come out here for the week to watch their place, out of the big city, away from my job and girlfriend, and just have me time. I planned so many things. I'd do these hikes, I'd write some music, I'd read these books, I'd do some meditation, I'd watch movies, I'd reflect and journal. I've done none of those. I've slept in, I've dicked around, I've procrastinated, and I've gotten high/drunk instead. This is a stark difference to this time last year when I was up at 7 a.m. every day on a hike, then back home to meditate/read and write music, make myself dinner, watch the sunset, walk the dog, etc. Now what? I've done nothing and I'm going to go home more miserable than when I left. I put this trip up on a pedestal to save my sanity and it's almost over and I'm incredibly angry at myself. What a waste of a good opportunity. Story 7. My atheist GF always wears a hijab and I don't know how to feel about it. My 25M, GF, 25F, is a pretty self-conscious person and she says she doesn't like the state of her hair, so she wanted to hide them. I thought she'd find some scarves or a hat/toque, but she started pulling up to dates with a hijab. Mind you, I was taken by surprise because she is not religious in the least and it's not remotely part of her culture. I tried asking her why not wear anything else that isn't so tied to a religion and so symbolic, even giving her some alternatives, but she immediately shuts down telling me it's her own choice and she didn't ask for my opinion. I don't know how long she's planning to keep wearing it, but it seems like it's staying for the long term, as it has already been months and I don't know how to express my discontent or just being able to sit down and talk about it without having her break down or start a tantrum. Uneasy face. Edit. As many people are asking if I'm sure if it's truly a hijab, I just want to confirm that it is. She showed me where she buys them and she refers to it by that name. Uneasy face, plus, corrected text. Story 8. My girlfriend said she is tired and can't listen to me anymore. First of all, excuse my English. Me, M19, and my girlfriend, F19, live together. Yes, I know we're young. It was more because of the circumstances, as I had no family in the city I could live with, and had to rent a place on my own. When I met her, we were just both studying to the national exams needed in my country to get in a university. Our objectives were the same for a long time. She started working in the meantime, and after some time I started to work as well, but since then I got into a university at the same time I was working for myself. But it was fine for some time because she had just gotten out of a job, so we spent a lot of time together. So you probably already get it. I stay late and I am always working or studying, and things started to get hard. She wasn't working, so I had to work for more hours, and then my midterms. In conclusion, a lot of shit happened. And I get it. It must be very frustrating living with your partner to only see him for a couple of hours and always beaten, but things got bad when she started saying that I wasn't being polite or the way I talked was dry, and of course, as any decent partner would do, I effectively changed the way I talked, but things escalated to me not caring about her or her family, and that I treat her like she is less, and how I was a moron and my friends are morons, and what I am coursing is for fucking nerds, in her words, and that nothing I say is interesting anymore, and she doesn't want to hear me anymore. I honestly think it is all about the time I spend with her, but she was being mean about all the other stuff because it's the easiest way to get someone's attentions, but I feel I've done all I can do. I give presents and I remember her all day and try to affirm her every time I can, and all the time I have left I spend with her because we live together. I truly believe as she is not studying nor working, she is not really putting her priorities straight, but I don't know how to ask more of someone that made so clear how tired they are and mentioned breaking up more than once during this time. I guess I am really trying to know what to do, preferably someone who's older and can be more mature about this instead of kick her to the curb or some shit. Be the first to comment. Nobody's responded to this post yet. Add your thoughts and get the conversation going. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.